Hello and welcome to the world tour of our survival multiplayer. This is a server we have been playing on with a bunch of people for now almost 2 years, and we did accomplish quite a lot of things, and I'm gonna show you most, if not all of them in this video. So it's gonna be a long video from what you guys can see already now. We are currently at 44,000 days in this world, and almost 2 years. Next year in March is the 2-year anniversary, and 2 years ago we started right here. Back then this looked different than it now looks. Since we don't really had material back then, I started construction on this area. We called it the slums for like where people that don't have that much money live. We might rebuild it in the future because it doesn't fit anymore and it's not appropriate anymore in my opinion, so we just probably gonna remove half of it and just reconstruct the entire harbor site here. During the time we had this, no one really decorated it, only a few buildings over here are decorated, but we might, since we are destroying it anyways, there's not really a reason to do the decoration anymore. Over here there used to be our storage for stone. We got a little decoration here, a little mine. All the signs are in German because we're all German here on the server, so don't mind that. Back there used to be someone's base, but we rebuilt the entire thing and closed off the ravine here. Over here that's the start area, that was my first base. As you can see, there are old maps out of the area, but since then a lot have happened and we rebuilt a lot of things and constructed new things. Even if you just compare the lower bit of this to this, it's a big difference. The entire river is new, this one is new, everything hand dug. All those animals sit here since day one. I might move them one day, but at the other hand I don't really want to move it because they're sitting here so long already. Not sure where I should go next because there's so many stations to visit. I think we're gonna start up here. So since we don't really have a lot of things early game, we start planting fields up here to get a food resource going and don't starve to death. Since the early game I redesigned this thing 2 times. I added all the bushes and the pathways in and the walls to make it look more fancy. The big trees are all standing since day one, and during the entire time we're walking through this area and the server, I'm gonna put like maybe top left or right the head and the person who built the thing, and also if the project is finished or not, and maybe screenshots of the area, what they used to look like, or work of progress screenshots. Up here we got the flower pots and fire thingy because it was like, I think it was released back then, and then we just did a little field here. Over here there was our old honey farm, but there's not really any bees anymore here. We got a little rail track design that goes through the entire, from all over there, through the entire mountain, back to the other mountain, and then it stops. It was never finished, but might finish we might finish it in the future. Don't fall in that hole. So this entire area was reworked. This entire thing is also custom built. All the mountains you see are custom. None of them existed beforehand. Also you're gonna see a lot of mobs placed in glass. We trapped them on the map. It kinda an achievement when you have everything all to show off all the mobs. Over here there was the sniffer area, but I don't think there are any more left. They just wandered off or died, not sure. Before I used to live down there, then I moved up here and built this house for me. Those holes are just for beacons, because we need to mine down there a lot and then we never fix them. That is the second storage we have on the server. Oh, we had. It was my storage, but everyone used it. And it almost had every item, but it kinda got too small while we moved to another storage. We had a grand total of 5 storages, and we're gonna see all of them in the video. Here there used to be like the mob heads where I stored them, and all those items are items we had and had stories with and some laughs about them. Over here there was our first furnace. It's kinda small, but it worked for the first few weeks. Little armor area and our boards, what projects we wanted to finish, and most of them already are finished, if not all of them, but a few are still left open to finish. Enchanting area, and all those books are enchanted books in here, and here are the good ones. So we don't really need books, but if we need, we can just come here and get these here. Upstairs there's not really anything, just a little bit of decoration, and this one is just empty, I never finished it. And up here there is like a little sleeping area I used to use when I used that storage years ago. Downstairs there is a little bit of digging happened down here. Glass missing. Oh no. We got a zombie that haunted us during the build project, and we got a little guy sitting here. He was kinda stuck in there, like above here, and then we moved him down here so he can't despawn, and we kinda just have the memory on that event. Further down the stairs, I had the plan to build something here, but I never did, and I don't think I ever will be. That's the rail track from over there all the way there. It just goes through my house. I thought it was kinda nice, but today I would build it entirely different. Going down one more, we enter a little area where I stored many items we had laying around, like armor sets and candles and hats in the early game. Things we just didn't use and just laid around, so I just built this room for them. And also you notice all these stones on the ceiling. They're very different, so I just used what I had. I didn't farm anything for it. I just used up all the slabs and so on. It was kinda just a filler project I had done years ago to spend some time and fill up this area. So that was the main house I built. All the other projects I built are not house centered, they are more area or farm focused. That was the only building I did purely for decorational purpose. I later went ahead and built this Colosseum thing on top with the beacons. The fifth one is still missing. And over here we have a skeleton horse saved and a little flying area with trees on it, and also a little custom geode just to fill the place in and don't let the space be empty. In the future trees will be added on top of here as well. It just there was not really a time to do it, or no motivation to do it. Also, this entire mountain is walkable. You can walk through the entire mountain. There are a lot of paths you can walk around or through the mountain if you want to. There are also a few other houses, but they are not really decorated and don't think they ever will be. Back here, there's not really much to say, just a remodeled cliff. I thought about adding some foliage here, but not sure yet. I might change my plans later. Down here there's a little KFC thingy, and over here there is our stables. We're gonna move them soon to get the maxed out horses, mules and donkeys. But for now, here's where all the horses stay. I think that's one is our fastest right now. But we're gonna breed them up anyways, so there's no reason to move them. We're just gonna get new ones and then breed them. The goal is to get every of the 35 horses maxed out, plus the mule, plus the donkey, to have everything maxed. That would be the ultimate goal. Down here we collected all the different horse types. I think we're missing like one grey and one black one. I think, not sure. This part down here I'm gonna go over now, but we need to go over here to look at it. So back in the day, our main storage used to be here, where we input our blocks and it gets sorted down here. Where the barrels are, there used to be chests, and that was our storage. And the input was here with the box unloader. And since we have moved it, I rebuilt the entire thing up here and added a little walking area to use the space. Here are items from the old storage. I just relocated them, and in the future I will continue building here, but for now I'm working on other projects. Also, to fill this space, we were just up there with the other space with the where I put the armor sets. Down here I just built decoration, like a library thing where people go and study different topics. Little overgrown, a lot of item, just storage, just sitting around, a lot of to see, a lot of to walk around and discover. Down here there are gonna be animals in the future, not sure which, but we figure it out later. There you can fly out to the river, we're gonna see later. And up here there's a little flower forest thingy with a lot of flowers. I thought it looked cool, so I added it. Also, you can walk up all those platforms and then walk through them and look at different things I built up here. If you're bored or something. Back here there's like the idea of adding a lot more things. but it wasn't thought about what we gonna add there. Down here there was our old storage, but we didn't use it and moved it, so I rebuilt the entire thing and put decoration on it, so we have this hanging thingy like you got in boxing or WWE, where people see the screens. I thought it would be a cool idea to add something like that. Down here we started the construction of a casino. Why not? Because every server has one, I guess. We got a little beer thingy, little casino with a bar in this area. This was also. Then we got also the pawn shop, or the shop where you gonna buy things when you won big. Over here we got an area built for the zombies and so on for the Halloween event when the guys spawn with pumpkins, and also our diamond guys are in here. We got about 3 or 4 skeletons and 2 zombies, I think, in grand total at the moment. I hope for more in the future, but for now we only have 2. We gonna expand this soon. We need the decoration down here. We also need the decoration up here. Like, this part is completely finished this side, but the other side is just the 2 drowns, and then back here there's still a part missing. We're gonna add the 2026 mobs back here. No, 2025, not 2026. 2025 mobs are coming here. We got a few stored down outside and down in the boats. Back here there are farms we used to run, but we're currently building a new area for the farms. All these green spots used to be farms, but we demolished them. Back here we got the sewers. Those are hand dug. We didn't use any TNT. We totally 100% built them by hand. They're big, but not crazy big. And over here we got a little theater. I planned on building, but I don't think I'm gonna ever finish it. Not 2026, maybe 2027, if. Over here I did a turn on the sewers because we have 3 spawners in one chunk here. It's 3 spawners here, then also one there and the one up there. That's why I built this area here. Also, this is probably not gonna get finished anytime soon. There's other priorities right now. Now we need to fly all the way back so I can show you the other stuff we were doing. On this area here right now where I am flying is a train station planned, so we have an ice highway in the overworld to travel from here to a few destinations through custom tunnels with ice highways. We currently have planned to do 3 of the 8 we thought about. One is going to the Iceland winter area, one to the farm area, and one to the entire north of the map. This entire thing is gonna be finished probably next year. We're gonna add custom caves here on the holes to make it look fancier. And also up here there's our old farms we need to fix still. That's a big furnace we built, and a shulker farm, and an area we hand dug to decorate, because building it in the end would be boring. Also, the entire ocean area is in mud. We or I did rebuild the structure of the slum and the river to make it look more fancy. This is the current map that we have, and we are currently in this area. I'm probably showing you this area, this area, this area, and maybe go to a few other areas, but not really the areas that are not built that much. Over here we got a little beach we built, and also above we have a little cozy area with custom trees, custom houses, just to fill the space. It doesn't really have a reason to be here. This used to be a house of a member who doesn't play anymore, and the other houses I built using that block pillar to fill the space and have a closed area and a finished area, because our main problem is we have too many open areas and we don't finish them. And also to have an area for the skeleton horses to store them, because over the 2 years we just got so many. We got, I think, about over 100 or something, not counting those who we killed. Then we got the little pink Japanese area over here. This area was designed because this pink pagoda was already here, and the idea was to be Japanese anyways, and my idea was to take pink as a base color, because I have never seen it online, so I thought it would be a great idea just to make a pink area. And so the person building it did it, and I think it looks fantastic. I think we might add a house here is the plan, and a few more trees to close the area off. In the big pagodas there are farms like cacti and pumpkin and so on, just to use the space and not have empty areas inside the towers. Over here there's our first big custom terrain. This entire area is about 400,000 blocks, and the pagoda is still in decoration. Over here we have the current main redstone area with all the farms we need for the builds, and a few down here with villagers. If you want a detailed video about which farm does what and so on, just leave a comment, then I can do a video about it. Behind here there is our cacti farm we need for the flowers, because we decided to use about 22,000 of those flowers in a new project. So we just had to build a farm, because otherwise it would be impossible to get them. Down here there is a house built by an inactive member, and because we didn't want to destroy it, we just built a cave around it, and this one is gonna be extended to the top, so we can always fly in and out there. This area here is a cozy magical area built by an active member. The plan is to have an overgrown cozy area with a lot of animals just scattered around, and you just feel really small in this area. But I don't think there's decoration in the buildings right now, just this area down here is decorated. We have built a big tree, and the leaves still missing, but I'm gonna add them soon. And the netherrack is where paths are pretty much going to be in the future. And the part up here gonna be a village kind of thing is planned here on the cliffside. Just village spread around here. Then down here there's a hobbit hole. That was the first project in this area before this entire thing was built. Just a little hobbit hole, nothing crazy, just a little side project at the start. And down here we have a little cave built to breed the Bloxlotl. It took us 616 axolotl, or the attempts to breed it. And all those axolotls we got in the meantime, we stored them here, so we don't lose them. We kinda love to keep those achievements or those things we did along the way, just to remind us. The entire area is custom terrain, and probably all of the terrain we have in the future, or will be having in the future, is gonna be custom terrain, because it just looks so much better than the vanilla. But the idea is to have the custom terrain and then it goes over into the vanilla terrain flawlessly without even you noticing the difference. Then here there's a cathedral built. It took about a year because the motivation was not that big. Over here, this entire thing is just hand dig. All the areas you see here are hand dig. There used to be mountains all over the place here. We removed them by hand to have this thing built here. We might need to go down here in the future and just tidy up. This island was built because we needed an area for sniffers to stay and breed them. So we built this area, added a few flowers here and a few flowers over there. Then I thought the mushrooms would be sick, so we built them and a tall sniffer to house our sniffer farm down here. And we did the railway down here with a cave and little bones that should represent dragon bones with a little lore on this side. The Black Castle is inspired by nothing, just stands here, and the idea is to have in the future like Harry Potter stairs that are going from every direction to every side and so on. The sword the idea of the sword was that it was once a fight of giants that sliced that thing in the ground, and then it got stuck here, and the people living in those houses here build around it and are taking care of the sniffers. Down below the sniffers there is a medieval city inspired by F-Whip and his house designs. I kinda liked it, so I just went ahead and built a few of the houses. But there's no interior, so that's a topic I need to tackle in the future. And also the trees, I wouldn't build them like this anymore. They're just not really up to date anymore. I think that's like the best area in this area. Yeah. If you want me to do like tutorials on to build things or something, just let me know down below. Then over here I built a custom cave for pandas. They're just chilling around here or like being stuck. I might go through and build custom trees in the future, but not sure yet. And over here we store every type of panda there is. Over here we have two of the old houses we had on other SMP. We rebuilt them because I thought they look cool, and fill the space down here. There's nothing really that stands out on them. I just thought they look cool and I wanna have them in this world. We built this entire mountain and the trees for this garden greenhouse thing up here. The idea was to have a greenhouse up here for animals and stuff, and down here there should be frogs, but they all killed themselves. They just all jumped off, and yeah, sadly. But the idea is to have like birds or something flying in the future if Minecraft adds them. Over here there's like area for study and staff who work in this facility or this greenhouse. Down here there's train with a train watching area. I kind of thought it looked cool, so I just added it and to fill the space between the mountains and to have an area to look at. The Great Bridge, my plan was to build some witch things on here, but it was never, I never did it. It just stayed this since day one. I might come back and add something here just to fill space, but not sure yet. Over here there's someone building a medieval castle, but it is not continued for now, might be in the future. Over here, this one is our terracotta factory. We can turn the lever over there and it produces terracotta for us. Or if we want, we can get bone meal. Terracotta, we get mud and logs. This entire thing is powered with pistons, and you get the dripstone who take out the water from the mud, and then the mud is turned into clay, and the clay is getting exploded and turned into terracotta in the furnaces. Over here there is our main nether portal. No, we don't wanna go in the nether yet. Up here there's our little community area with signs of when we did something. No, not when we did something, which days we are on, who mined over 1 million stone, all the active members, when we updated which version, when we started, and also all the pixel arts we have done in the world. There are quite a few we have done. You can just pause the video and look at them individually. They're just really fun to build and have in the world. It just takes a time to build them, but I think it's worth having them. Also a few newer ones of anime. That was our first one. And since we're Formula 1 fans on here, we just have a lot of them built. That was our biggest one we built, and a few smaller ones over here. As you notice, we added a lot of shelves since they updated. It's just, they're so good to build with. And on top there's like a big cherry tree, and we're gonna add maybe a greenhouse, not a greenhouse, a house hanging on it, maybe in the future. Over here we have a little farming area for dripstone, for mud, for tree and leaves, and for coarse fruits. Next we're gonna visit the... first I'm gonna find an ender chest to get a trident to travel faster in the rain. Over here, that is our storage area. We're currently building. The cacti flower are for the area down here to have a floor. I'm probably gonna add a screenshot of the area, what it's gonna look like when it's finished. That's the design of our storage. Little floating island with trees. There are gonna be hot balloons all around it in the future, but for now it's just trees. That's our storage with copper golems, dark slotels. We got a brewer down here, we got mass crafting. We got the big map art of all the players. We got the map art. We were here, that's the starting area, and that's the storage. We got the guardian farm here with loader and everything. We got a furnace. We got the storage system. Then there we can go out if we want. Down here we have a lot of decoration going on. We have flower farms. We have a little bar where we can have karaoke. Over here we have little chill area thing with wither skeletons with pumpkins on the head from 2025 Halloween, and a few other mobs scattered around, but it's not finished yet, but might be in the future. Then we also get we have also another floor upstairs. I think of all the storage systems I saw online, I think ours was one of the coolest, decorational wise. The guy who built it cooked really hard. Here's the diamond split we found, and here's the another area we have, and the drop of the guardians and pandas over here, but that area is not finished yet, and we still have to finish it off to make it look cool. So our next stop, I hope the rain is still going. If not, yes, okay, there it's going, good. Nope, don't die. Our next stop is over here. I built custom mountains over here, hand dug the river to make them bigger, and we built Hogwarts. But I think this mountain needs rework. It just doesn't feel right. It just needs to be smoother here. There's gonna be a bridge plant to fill this entire area, and you see this one is just mined out just to make it look bigger and smoother and not so tiny, or what the right word would be. Have a bigger space to work with and look at more fancy. Over here, I can't show you yet, but that's gonna be our farming area, a big perimeter, and it's gonna be 1,000 by 1,000 we're doing with all the farms we could potentially need. Over here there's someone building a giant bridge, and over here we have another custom mountain by me, and also this is the first time I did the terraforming going into the vanilla terrain, and I think it looks just fantastic. It just, you see it's custom terrain, but it just goes smooth into the vanilla terrain. Over here I had to remove a lot of blocks to make the river bigger, because there was just no river at all oftentimes, so I just had to remove them. Up here there is the courthouse. We plan to do a little roleplay with government and so on, but for now it isn't finished. Might be in the future. Down here there is a little farm area of one of the guys with villagers, and a little storage system back here. It's still under construction, but I think it's done great. Redstone at its finest. Still work in progress. So the next thing is the other mythical area here with the cherry trees. This entire area is potentially finished soon, with more of the cherry houses and more cherry trees. Down here there's a little cave built, just to fill the space. I think it looks fine. Going to the next thing on the list, we have sun pixel art with a big base down here, with a lot of shops on each side. We got the library, we got the furnace, we got armor sets display on here. Then we got also a moon with a fog down below. I think that looks cool. Oh no, the rain stopped. Now we gotta fly manually. I think that's almost the entire spawning area. Or did I forget something? Probably over here. Yeah, I'm gonna show you over here. Over here, that is one of the videos I have uploaded on my channel, building this entire area. So I won't go over it in detail, but it just goes a little village with a tree area and a few ponds, just to fill the area and rebuild this entire tree to have a path going through and connect it to a build someone did and the village. Over here there is our pumpkin and melon farm. We can come over here and farm pumpkin and melon by hand and get them stored over here and trade them with the villagers to repair our tools. It's just a little thingy from Hypixel Skyblock, and we just found it funny to edit here. Back here we have made a hole for a new project. It's gonna be in a town hall thingy with statues on the side of players who did a lot to the server and played a lot. Over here we have a work in progress cathedral. It's still in building and the people building it at the moment are inactive. It might get finished in the future. Over there is our mason trading hall. We just have masons for this project. It's just quartz trades, so we needed a lot of them just to have it, so we built it. Over there is our old mob farm, raid farm and rocket factory. But since we're doing a new farming area soon, why would we need them? We just keep them there. Might destroy them in the future or not, I'm not sure. That is our trading hall with lapis redstone roof. We got between 30 and 42 villagers of each type to trade with. We got all the enchanted books for 1.20. Okay, I just noticed they're 2 and 1. We might fix that in the future. Or we just built an entire new one. We're gonna see. I think for the overworld there's just one more area to show, that's the winter area over there. But we're gonna travel over the nether, so I can show you things in the nether. We have a few paths going on in the nether. This is our current nether hub, but we're gonna remove things of it in the future and build a big perimeter in the nether to have our nether hub here. But that's gonna take a whole year or something, because we need to move 1500 by 1500 bedrock and then have the world eaters running and destroy the entire area. It just gonna take a lot of time. Over here there is our witch slime perimeter. It was done like 1.5 years ago. It was the first perimeter we did, so there's still things we could finish or improve on. And the farm it's okay, but we definitely could build something better here. There's also slime farm over there, and when it was built, oh, we actually finished it 2025, crazy. I thought it was 2024. And all the people who helped building it, that's a common thing in the world. When we finish something, especially perimeters, I use the area on the floor, the decoration area, to put the names of the people who helped, to honor them or to thank them in a way. For what can I show next? Okay, we gonna fly over here next. That area is a small area built by 2 or 3 people. A big gate, a fancy gate I must say, with a custom mountain around it and tower built in the future maybe. I think this gate just looks gorgeous. I really hope that's get finished by the people and not just sit here like this. But only time will tell. And the inside there's so much space for ideas that could be built here. So we're gonna see the last thing in the overworld. Oh, we moved the portal, never mind, I need to go over there. Oh no, there are 2 more things I can show you. The first thing would be this area over here. That is our Christmas area. We are doing a little community project in Christmas and in the winter, where we build villages together or projects together, like the tree or the houses down here. They're just really simple designs. Just stacking wood on top of each other and laying them out one and have them wool down here to have a little bit of color in there. They're so simple, but they look so good. Over here, that's like an area I need to tackle in the future and rebuild. It just looks so ugly. But over here there's like a giant bridge. It's gonna be connected to a mountain in the future. Over here, inside this custom mountain, there is our ice farm. It is not working anymore because Minecraft changed the way you get XP from the Zombified Piglin. If they die from entity cramming, you don't get XP anymore. So we can't really use that as efficient anymore as we used to. Down here there is a snow farm. We just use it occasionally to get snow blocks for some decoration builds. Over this way where the orange is, you might recognize this area by my shorts. That is where I took the last shorts. It's where all the mining shorts happened, where I currently work on. So over here there's gonna be our winter event area in the future. It's gonna be the portal here with a big Christmas tree and a big wall over here with Christmas decoration on the wall, and Santa sitting here in this area and giant trees around it. But it's a lot of progress and I don't really want to do it right now. We do have all the blocks right now, so we just need to place them, but it just takes so much time. So I just went ahead and changed the building and did this entire area, this entire mountain, and also the thing you saw in the short, this area of the mountain, and built, because I want to get most of the Minecraft items. I built this entire thing just for goats. I planned on doing and getting all the 8 goat horns, and this entire thing is just built for the goats. It doesn't really have a purpose besides those things, and some might say it's a bit big, but why not? It's Minecraft. Over here we have the goats, where I got all the horns from, and here's the rest one sitting I got left over. A thing I noticed while building here, I love the combination of having the logs and the shelves and then a second layer behind it. The shelves it just works really good to cover up and also have a second wall without having a wall. And since I finished the goats, my idea was to maybe tackle the llamas next. So my plan is to get the maxed out llamas next, having 15 storage slots plus the 15 hearts I think is maxed out, and not only doing one, but we do every color plus the wandering traders. So we do 6 total, and why would we do it simple if we could build a big area for it? So I just gonna build this area. Down here there's gonna be bamboo farm for the floor. I'm gonna use bamboo for the floor. And back here there's gonna be, each of these is gonna be one color. So there's gonna be like still a lot of mining for me to do to get, I think it's like until here I need to mine out. I think like this one, so I can have one thing is like one color of llama, and then the idea is to have the mixed out ones on the other side. But that's gonna be a future project. And now I need to go to the nether again to show you the last nether thing that we that's great that we built. We do have quarries and world eaters sitting around, but they're not really worth showing. Besides, there's just a hole in the ground, nothing nothing crazy. So that's gonna be taking about, what was it, like 2 minutes to drive over there. Oh, no, there's no reason to stop there. There's really nothing to see there. But there's like, this is like the area we're gonna remove in the future. That's gonna be our nether hub removed. 1500 by 1500. And the idea is to have a piston bolt in the middle to get us out to all these spots, and also make a good gold farm, bartering farm, and have just in general good infrastructure. That's like a main problem we have, that our farms are just placed randomly and there's not really any logic behind the placement of the farms, or thought behind the why and when we place it. Often we are missing shulker loaders or basic inputs. That's why we tackle those two projects with the big overworld parry and the nether parry to fix both of those problems. Also, that's where I'm rowing right now. You need a lot of beacons if you're gonna build a lot, and if you want just to use them in decoration. So we went ahead and built our nether parry. It was started in 2024, where we looked for a good area where we can place our farm. And in 2025 we finished this area. It is 700,000 blocks in total, and it is completely spawn proofed, and we got about 400 ancient debris out of this project. But compared to the 1500 by 1500 on the spawn parry, it's not a lot. Things we might change in the future are the loaders down here. They're just not working properly most of the time. And also a thing I might do in the future is add a custom terrain outside of this, so we don't have this other thing around here, the spawn proving. But that's just something for the future. So since you saw the nether thing, we need to go back the entire thing, and the last thing I'm gonna show you is the end, where we build the pixel arts. We don't want to have them in the overworld, so we decided to put them in the end. Since there's a lot of space, not really anything to do there, so we just put them in the end to save them and not have to remove them if we don't want them there anymore, just want the space to be free anymore. Want the space to be free. And also we use carpet duping for the carpets for the pixel art, because it's just easier to use carpet duping. And for that we build a big factory, and also an ice highway to that factory, because it's already so far out in the end. In total on the server we played roughly 10,000 hours, and I think most of the projects are just unfinished. And I think that's something we should tackle in the future, just to finish projects that are not finished. If you want to see me do an in-depth tour of certain areas, just comment down below. If you think something is interesting, just let me know, and I walk through that specific area more in detail. It just is easier for me to just fly over right now and do a fast tour. That's our carpet, not our carpet, our concrete duper, sand duper here. And over here there is our highway with our old carpet duper and all the pixel arts we built. Every single block was placed manually by hand. And that's the area of the new carpet duper. We might go through here. Since I have a boat, it's just easier like this. And I look down so the guys with epilepsy don't get... That was my windows, I'm so sorry. We could have just used the old duper, but it was so much flying just to get out here and do new pixel art, so we decided it would be easier to just build a new one. So we went ahead and built this one with a cool station where we can toggle the carpet duping and the cobblestone duper. And we built a custom island around it to make it look fancy and not just be in the air. And also what's really good over here is that we have an end gate, so we can just fly over here and be fast back. The last thing I'm gonna show you in this video, the newest thing we did, is our amethyst farm. We needed amethyst for a project because we used tinted glass in the floors instead of normal glass, so we had to dig out the entire hole by hand, all the stone, all the deep slate, and have those farms constructed to get the amethyst. We have quite a lot of amethyst shards right now, but we are not finished yet. We wanna go one more, and we currently digging out here back here and getting a few more amethysts back here because there are just so many at one spot, so we just want them all to be included in this area. Yeah, I think that's everything I can show you. If I'm missing something I didn't show you, I'm gonna edit in the next video. I planned on doing update videos from now on, doing like monthly tours about what's new, what we did build this month. And if I forgot something, I'm just gonna add it to the other videos, to the upcoming ones. If I remember it then, if not, just comment down below. Also, if you have ideas, suggestions for areas that are unfinished or just in general what I could build, just leave a comment down below. I would really appreciate your support with a like and a subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed the little tour of our survival multiplayer server. Have a great day.